teaching position.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it will be if I get the job.
You'll get the job.
Of Pomona, California.
What's wrong?
I think I'm nervous.
If anybody shouldn't be nervous, it's you.
Yeah, I've never taught before.
Well, you never taught in class for it, but you teach all the time.
I made them with myhomestore.com, and we want to buy your house. We can do a cash offer for your house the same day you need, regardless of condition. It can be move-in ready or a complete fixer. When you sell to myhomestore.com, we'll save you money with no commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. We will beat any cash offer. We can even help you with upfront moving costs. Just go to myhomestore.com for a free, no obligation, same-day cash offer.
Thank you.
That's myhomestore.com.
Thank you.
Quite the adjective. And that's what I call a jackpot for your taste buds. Hitting the jackpot is going to plan for the arrival of my grandbaby. First up on the checklist, handing down Dylan's favorite saving ground. Oh, love the sentiment, but we'll take African battle. Oh, might I ask why? Well, baby toys from yesteryear weren't held to the same safety standards as the next day. I'm sorry, yesteryear? I just have to point out to you that not only is Dylan fine, but thriving. You don't need to tell me. He is the second youngest recruit in the history of the company. He is. We're probably spending the next 2 days freezing for the industry. Oh. But I suppose we'll have a good talk over the baby. We forgot to tell me. We have been everything around us. Guess I just like the drum right at the same time. Oh, I guess you did. What on earth would you not want to be surprised? How on earth would we wait to find out? Tell Tom that I did it. Well, not how Dylan and Claire are doing. Well, I'll make a note of that. Perhaps it's time to order. Oh, it's definitely time to order.
Hey, how you doing?
There's no way it should be breaking down.
I've got more bad news. There's no service out here.
No, there is service? Come on, Lord. Maybe this guy is a little shortcut. Am I supposed to make it better?
Actually, it might.
Where are you going?
Catch a train.
I'm the one who's going to handle it very well. I'm freaking out because Adam's not freaking out. So I can, I don't know what you can say. He's got a lot more practice. Right now, the chaplain could use a chaplain. Right now, the chaplain could use a chaplain. He's such a smart thing. But I don't know what to do. Just keep doing his head. And I keep doing what to do. What's that?
Make sure that Mr. Taylor gets a copy of The Great Gatsby.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The
Thank
only
you.
patient that Mr. Hawkins should be
Thank
concerned with right
you
now is
so
himself.
much. Thank you.
Sending me to my room without
Thank
something.
you.
That's a little
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
8 hours before surgery.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you. Thank you.
Something important.
Thank
for
you.
Last track. It's more
Thank
like a
you.
mixtape.
Thank you. Thank you for
Give
that.
me a mixtape. Yeah.
Great
I'd like to
introduction.
play music while you're in the OR. You did have to bring your own.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Yes, I did. That 80s pop you played?
Thank you
I'm gonna cut it. What's wrong with
for
80s
that great introduction. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Farmer.
Oh, great. Just put it over there.
What's this?
Mr. Speaker,
That's your suit.
Mr. Vice
Yeah, I
Mayor,
got it for you.
You got me a suit?
City
What part of this
Council
is
members,
for you?
Why would you give me a suit?
Kind of, you got that fancy
distinguished
hair.
guests,
The same one I told you I'm not going.
distinguished
Yeah. Now you won't
guests,
just fit in. You'll stand out.
and
Like a sore thumb.
my fellow
Don't think you'll feel that
residents.
way.
You don't even know me yet.
We
I don't have
have
to. I know what
done
we
some
like.
great things over the last 4 years.
Come on, I owe you.
What?
We are the only
You didn't take
city
my truck.
that passed
Just try it
that
on.
passed the. We are the only city that ever passed the $21 minimum wage in the state of California before any other GOP state passed the $21 minimum wage. We was the first one that passed it. Thank you so much.
I did my thesis.
We
on that
passed
painting,
it, and we are the only
Painting almost
city
completely shrouded
that
in
could
shadow.
do that.
except for a single highlight.
No
on
other
the subject.
GDP,
Someone
no
once
other
asked him why he
city
made that his signature.
could do that
Light thing.
under
A lot like
the
life.
Republicans.
Painting inspires me whenever
But
I
we was
I would
the
love
only
to
state
see
that
all
ever
these
passed
students to
the
find out
minimum
what
wage tax before the Republican
How's
states.
it going up there?
It's going.
Really not a fancy
You know-
guy, huh?
I told you.
Well, how
You
does
know-
it look?
I'm just focused.
Wow.
Tonight I'm just focused
I
on
feel like James
the
Bond.
real issues. I want to talk about the real issues. I want to talk about
I guess I'm
the
going to
cost
Not without
A
your
living.
consultant.
this evening.
Help me appreciates this.
She will.
This evening, I want to talk about the cost of living. The cost of groceries. The cost of gas. The cost
Not a word.
of prescription drugs.
Ants.
You have to use all the letters.
I want to
now.
talk about the American family and how they can't afford
stop.
decent benefits of their health care because of Donald J. Trump.
Dearport.
Now,
Dearport.
Stumped?
Of course not.
I want to pass
Peartrod.
Nice try.
the American
You can do
family.
Parroted, prorated.
Now.
Alright, quit showing
Right
off.
now,
I've even got another one.
right now, I proposed a legislation to the city council
Teardrop.
called the American Family
What's wrong?
Act.
Luck, love,
And
one
under
teardrop.
the American Family Act,
A riddle to break the curse.
we will give any American single mother of an American family $250
You got us. We got now.
for her groceries, for her son's prescription drugs, and for her son's medicine, and for
Call the Law Brothers.
gas. $250
Spent years standing right here in this casino, and here's the truth. These machines are programmed to keep you spinning until your balance is gone. The house always wins. That's why I switched to Jackpot Nights. It's fair, has no ads,
I also introduced to the city council the American Patriot Act. Under the American Patriot Act, we give one single mother
apps that remind you to stop looking at other apps. Point your phone at a plan and
a $150 check
apps to give you free phone service. Hold up, what?
To go on vacation.
Download the app, pick a number, call and text for free. Damn.
And take her son and take her boyfriend or take whoever she wants to take with her.
The wife listen.
To Hawaii. So we can better understand America. And right now, and starting today,
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mess with her.
I'm announcing that I'm introducing another piece of legislation
I didn't see any witches,
that I
but
want
I
to
did see a statue of
propose
goddess.
to the
Been
city
there?
council.
Yeah, the summer after I graduated, I wanted to experience.
And that
places that
is,
I bet it was amazing.
It was amazing.
that
I was getting
is
to
this.
backpack
That
across the
is
entire
this.
country.
I'd love to.
I want to
backpack across the
propose a
I
legislation
watched a monk create
that
a
sets
mandala in Bhutan.
$300
Are you kidding?
the
closest I'll
aside
probably get is watching on my
to
phone.
build. I want to propose another legislation that sets $3 billion aside to create a small
Mandala
town.
represents an imaginary
To create
temple.
a small town
The designs are meant to
in LA County called Middleton, where the residents of Los Angeles, Pomona, Pasadena, Boyle Heights, and other cities in California can come until their houses get rebuilt. To do that, I will need the Pomona City Council, the Pasadena City Council, and the Los Angeles City Council to pass this legislation to approve $3 billion set aside to create this small town. And also, when we are done creating this small town of Middleton, we will expand. We will expand and build a Middleton in every city that needs a Middleton, because right now they are still trying to rebuild people's houses from the recent fires in Boyle Heights and from the recent fires that happened last year at the beginning of the year. And they're trying to rebuild their houses So people have been living on the streets, have been living in homeless shelters and etc. That's why I am introducing this legislation to the Pomona, Pasadena, Los Angeles, and Boyle Heights city councils to pass this legislation to create this small town, Middleton, in California, where people can go and live, until their houses get rebuilt. Over the past 4 years, over the past 8 years that I have been in office as mayor, we have passed the infrastructure legislation, the Green New Deal legislation, the climate change legislation, and we have passed every other legislation that the city council proposed, and I passed them. Yes, me and the city council have some disagreements. Yes, me and the city council had some disagreements. And we still have some disagreements today. We still have some disagreements. We still have some disagreements today. Right now. At this very moment, we got some disagreements. Because I want this legislation that pushes towards creating this small town here in California. Look, let me be clear. I don't want to create this small town because I want to keep being mayor. No, I don't. That's not why I'm creating this small town. I'm creating this small town for the people. Everything that I have done over these past 8 years as your mayor, it's all been for the people. Because I think the people deserve a government that is transparent, and my administration has been tried to be transparent most of the time. Even if you don't feel like there was transparency there when I was a mayor, believe me, there was a lot of transparency there when I was mayor. So So this is for the people. The people elected me, and the people are angry and upset at Mayor Karen Bass and at all of these different other mayors in LA County because they promised that they would have the houses rebuilt in a year, and they did not build no damn house. They did not build their house in LA County. We need a government and we need an administration as mayor of LA County, of Pomona, of Pasadena, and of Boyle Heights to be transparent. And if you can't be transparent, then why are you running for office? Why are you even running for office if you're not going to be transparent in your leadership role? Now, let's talk about the cost of living. The cost of living is almost 100% unaffordable in California. No Californian can afford to live in California anymore. No Californian. Californians are getting upset because everything in California is too damn expensive. It's very, very expensive. Because let me tell you something, and let me be clear. Because Californians have to choose rather if they eat or pay their rent or pay their cable bill. They should not have to choose between eating or paying their rent or paying their cable bill or paying their phone bill. They shouldn't have to choose. They shouldn't have to choose between those choices. They should be able to do all those. They should be able to do all those without it being too expensive. Now, gas prices are too high, are very high. That's why I am proposing a legislation to the Pomona City Council that allows me to lower gas prices citywide for my citizens of Pomona. And once I pass this bill, you will see a economic growth. The economy of Pomona will be growing once I pass this legislation. You know, and once I pass this legislation, there can be no more. And once I pass this legislation, maybe, just maybe, the community newspaper, which I read every morning before I go to Pomona, before I go to Pasadena, before I go to Los Angeles, and before I go to Boyle Heights. I read this newspaper every morning to see what's going on in Pomona. This morning, for instance, I was reading this newspaper this morning. And I came across, and I came across a news story. And you want to know something? I came across this news story about Congresswoman Judy Wang. Let me show you this article about Let me show you this. About Congresswoman Judy Chung Wang, or whatever her name is. I came across this news article in the Pomona community newspaper this morning. And this paper, and this Pomona community newspaper was published in May. This happened in May. Why are y'all in this newspaper? This whole newspaper, this whole thing was published in May. This newspaper was issued and published on Thursday, May 28th, 2026. So this has been a month. So it has been a month since this was published. What I would like to know is, why are the people who are running? What I would like to know is this. Why are Renee and Barbara, who are my very best friends and who I know for a very long time, and who I met with and who I talked to when I used to live in Pomona before I got into politics, why are Renee and Barbara when publishing these newspapers at the last minute? Look, if y'all want to give the residents of Pomona, Pasadena, Los Angeles, and Boyle Heights the news, then you should give them the current news ahead of time and publish your paper ahead of time and not at the last minute. You know, let me see something. Let me show you something. Just listen to this. Just listen to this headline. A new National Museum of History and Culture to open in downtown Pomona a new history and culture museum is supposed to be open in downtown Pomona. That is in this paper. That is in this paper. They got this in the paper. A new history and culture museum to be open in downtown Pomona. That's what they got in this paper. Renee and Barbara. Can I tell you something? You should not publish stories that happened months ago at the last minute. If you know something and you want to get out to the American people that live in Pomona, then publish it right away. As soon as you know about it, publish it. Because I do not want my citizens of Pomona, because I don't want my residents and my constituents to read old news from the newspaper of Pomona. I want them to read some new news stories from the paper of Pomona. I want them to read a news story that happened recently. Instead of this old news. My fellow citizens and my fellow constituents and my fellow residents, you want to know something? Renee and Baba has failed to put your mayor, me, in the newspaper. Because after I offered them an interview, which I normally don't do because I'm a very busy man. When I offered them an interview, they got back to me and said, and turned me down. Let me tell you something. Renee and Barbara Mike can turn me down, but you know what? They will never stop me from speaking out. But let me give every newspaper. Let me give every newspaper that operates in Pomona a warning. If y'all don't stop publishing news story at the last minute, I'm afraid I won't have no other option but to revoke your license. I am afraid if y'all don't stop publishing news stories at the last minute, I'm afraid that I will have no other choice but to revoke your license. And y'all won't be able to no longer operate as a newspaper in our town and in our city of Pomona. Now, let's get to new business. Let's get to new business. Healthcare is what Donald Trump is trying to take the American people off of their healthcare. Off of their healthcare and off of their Medicare and off of their, health insurance. But what he doesn't understand is the American people need the health insurance for their kids. Because millions of people have their kids on their health insurance. Millions of Americans across this country and across this nation have their 26-year-old son or daughter or 27-year-old son or daughter on their health care. And if you take and you want to know something? If Donald Trump takes the American people's health care away, health insurance away, Medicare premiums away, if you take away all of that, then not only will you have a lot of disabled or elderly people offer their health benefits, but you will also have 26 and 27-year-olds offer their healthcare benefits as well. Donald Trump, you need to stop trying to destroy this country. Because if you don't stop trying to destroy this country, then one day when you are on the Oval Office for crying like you was in 2025 with your eyes bulging out, bulging out, and if you don't stop trying to destroy this country, and one day, you are going to fall on the floor. One day you are going to fall on the floor and cry, and you won't be able to stop crying, because everything you try to do, God's going to get you for.